Leadership insight, going beyond the dehydrated language of management. So beauty is a very fun word when you talk about leadership because it's almost non-existent. We did a literature search, an online search, just a couple weeks ago, and there were only 3 articles that talked about leadership and beauty. There are over 10,000 leadership articles that come out every year. Leadership articles, leadership books. There were only 3 that even mentioned beauty and leadership. Yet in fact, beauty is what we should be aspiring to. Beauty should be our central role as human beings and as leaders, is to make the world a more beautiful place. But sometimes when we get as overwhelmed with the kind of problems and the number of problems that we face today, we start settling for less bad. We think about the environmental issues, even when we're most committed, when everybody go back to Copenhagen or to Kyoto, and people talk about, well, maybe we can take X pollutant and reduce it by Y%. Well, if you reduce a pollutant by Y%, all you've got is less bad. It's still ugly. Can we imagine, for instance, in the Gulf of Mexico with the BP oil spill, instead of talking about whose fault it is, which we get a lot of, instead of talking about how many days does it take to cap a well, which is strictly a less bad, can we stop getting more oil flowing out there? What would it take to talk about how can we recreate a vibrant, flourishing ecology and economy in the Gulf? How can we recreate a beautiful Gulf? If we can't hold that conversation, we're never going to achieve it. We know that if you can't imagine something, it has no possibility of happening. Just imagining it isn't enough to make sure it happens. But if we can't imagine anymore a world with peace, are we going to achieve it? No. If we can't imagine a world where no child wakes up hungry, will we ever achieve it? No. If we can't imagine a flourishing economy that can have interesting jobs for the whole population, will we ever achieve it? No. So I think beauty plays a huge role, and it's very, very important that now in 2010, the whole vocabulary of leadership for creating a beautiful world is only re-entering the vocabulary.